Cinco de Mayo! Feliz Cinco de Mayo! What a day for Mexican food, eh? Well, instead of the stereotypical tacos and burritos and everything that so many of your Chi-Chi's style Mexican restaurants have, I'm going to make something a little more real Mexican. Actually, it's real. A lot of Latin countries have a variation on this. Picadillo! Piccadilly in English. But picadillo is made in many different cultures using different ingredients. And today we're going to celebrate Cinco de Mayo here on Migueltio, El North Country Latino. Well, muy buenos dias, everybody. Muy buenos tardes, I guess you could say. It's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon out here, but oh well. Such is life, you know. I'm going to start by browning some beef. This is more or less a casserole, picadillo is, that you put together, step by step. And we start by browning some beef. And of course, you know me. Very low fat, 90% ground beef on the stove. I'm going to brown it and drain it. And then add some fun-filled things to it to make picadillo. Piccadilly, is a casserole that, like similar, nowhere near as complex as paella, but similar, has all kinds of ingredients you can put in. Piccadilly is kind of like a mixture casserole. Or the translation in my cookbook is Mexican hash. But I don't know if I'd call it a hash either. But it's very, very good. It can go in tortillas, it can go in empanadas. Hence the fact that other cultures of Latin America use it. It can go in all kinds of things to make a nice meal. Or you can eat it as an entree like I'm making here today. And yes, picadillo is the same dish that the original Tito Puente Orchestra, the Piccadilly Boys, was named after when they first started going back there during World War II and after World War II, when he came back stateside and tried to get a job in New York. But that's a different story. Oh well. Well, brown as brown can be. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in a bowl and get the rest of the stuff into the pan. I'm going to take this off the grill. The grill, listen to me think I'm barbecuing. Off the stove top, hello. And then we're going to add some onion. We're going to add some tomate. Somebody came in the house, oh well. Just in case you thought that was one of those telephones or something like that. No, we don't have a barking dog telephone. And some papas, potatoes, nice and diced. Nice and diced. You kind of saute that around. Get it nice and soft. And now we put in the seasonings to go with it. You know me, no separate salt and pepper here. Adobo. Takes about a teaspoon. But I'm going to go half actually because this one is like a quarter and the other is one, so I'm going to divide it up. So it's just half a teaspoon of adobo. Hey, it's going to be good, you know. And we need some ground cloves, about a half a teaspoon of those. Seems like every time I open up the cupboard and I need ground cloves, I can find the whole cloves. You think when the day came when I needed the whole cloves, guess what I found? The ground cloves, of course. Some cinnamon. A lot of Mexican recipes take cinnamon that we don't even know about here in the United States because all we get is tacos and burritos from Taco Bell, you know. I've seen paella recipes with cinnamon that are Mexican. Of course, mole has cinnamon in it, as well as chocolate. There's all kinds of cinnamon cooking down there. The canela is like real stuff you get is a tremendously different tasting cinnamon than our stuff. But can't find that here, so I gotta use our stuff. That's okay. Someday I'll get real canela. Order it or something. And you see I have this all in. I'm going to stir it around. Very interesting combination. I made this other years for Cinco de Mayo and it comes out beautifully. It's a nice taste to it too. The papa, the onion, the cebolla, canela, cloves. I don't know the Spanish word for cloves. I'll have to look that up someday. Haven't ever talked about cloves with anybody in Spanish, so, you know, not the center of conversation comes up. Oh, do you like cloves? They don't have that in the Spanish books either. ¿Te gusta cloves? So I'll have to look that one up. Stir it around so it gets nice and coated. For about 5 minutes or so. Well, now we're going to add a couple of garlic cloves to it. So this is Clove City, you know. Stir that around. And it's time to bring the meat back. What do you know? You can see the nice coated, almost like making candy with the cinnamon. Luckily there's no sugar in it, thank goodness. I'm going to add the meat to it. Turn the heat down a little bit, thank you. Mix it together. I guess you could call this a hash. I think of hash, I think of recipes with the huge amounts of potatoes and of course more like ham or corned beef, something like that. But there are other hashes. I just don't call this hash. I just won't. Can't make me, can't torture me. But it's good anyway. Picadillo, you know? It's got its own personality. And now another interesting ingredient that goes into it that again I've seen in a lot of Mexican recipes that we don't think of as a cooking item so much as it is a snack food. Razones, raisins. A half a cup, believe it or not. We're going to pour these in. Easy to just get a handful out. There we go. Some of the rest of them off the cutting board. And now, so you can see close up along, here they are. Turn it down a little bit. All kinds of ingredients. Picadilly. The last thing I need to pour in, about half a cup of water. And then let it cook for a little bit. Just to kind of decrease the liquid and thicken everything together. So other than sitting there on the stove and being thicker, it's basically ready. I mean, hey, it's time to eat. Are you hungry? I am. So yeah. Let's get ready. And feliz Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Que viva el Mexico. Que viva the Battle of Puebla. The fact that they threw the French out and all that. Could you imagine that? Napoleon running Mexico. He couldn't even run France for that matter. Till next time, Migueltio, North Country Latino saying, eat!